Good morning. Happy yoga day. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay. Thanks for coming. Here, I have the camera going a little sideways this morning because I have a few friends here doing yoga with us in person today. And no, I can't even see the edge of your mat, so feel free to get weird. I mean, I always get weird, but yeah. So, and this class is just an hour, so we'll go ahead and get right into it. So everyone, go ahead and find your comfortable seated position. If you have a block or a bolster or something that you want to sit on, go ahead and make sure that you can sit comfortably. And do you want this little meditation? Yeah, good. Oh, let me take this off. It's hitting my mic. And start to settling into your space this morning, arriving. And starting to intentionally connect with your breath and slow down the breath. Bring your hands together in front of your heart center and start to rub the palms. Warming up a little bit, creating a little heat on this frigid winter morning, and also sending that signal from our hands being the tools of creation. Sending that signal up through the arms and into the heart brain, and then into the head brain that we're entering into our sacred space. Bring your hands to stillness. Press the thumbs into the sternum. Roll your shoulders up and then roll them down on your back. Lift the elbows. And we'll tune in with our Adi mantra, Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. Let's inhale together. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Very nice. Take a deep inhale. Press your hands together, bring them up through Sushumna, your center line, starting to really bring centering to yourself. Sip in a little more prana, life force energy. You're creating a portal with your arms to your highest self. Drop your shoulders down. And when you're ready, flip your palms over and slow and control. Release the breath, release the arms down to the floor. Sweeping out the energy around you, sweeping your aura clean. Bring your fingertips to rest on the floor. Inhale, turn the palms over, sweep the arms up. Gathering up your energy around you, and then exhale, turn the palms over and sweep your arms down to your sides. One more time, just like that. Inhale, you're gathering up your energy around you. And then exhale, you're clearing your energy. You can really use your imagination to picture this happening, clearing that energy around your body. One more time, inhale the arms up. But we're going to stop when we get them to a nice wide V, just like this. And tuck your fingertips into the first pad of your hand, and thumbs stick up into the sky. And begin breath of fire. Ladies, if you're on your moon cycle or pregnant, just do long, deep breathing here, but this is called ego eradicator. And really pump your navel on your exhale. And you can take it nice and slowly to start, to really connect with your breath and feel it. And it's called Ego Eradicator because we put our thumbs up, we plug them into the heavens. The thumbs represent the ego, and we get the ego out of the way so that we can really face ourselves and be with ourselves here. And this breath of fire creates an energy, a heat inside. And you can play with the pace of it. You can try doing a little bit faster if that feels good for you. You can slow down. We're not doing this one for very long today, just a short pranayama to get going here. Final seconds, extend your arms as straight as you can. Take a deep inhale. And suspend your breath, engage Mula Bandha, and allow the thumb tips to come together overhead. It's like a little game to see if the thumbs connect. And then allowing them to find each other. Extend the fingers out straight, powerful exhale through the mouth. Inhale deep. Suspend your breath. Engage Mula Bandha. You're lifting from your sex organs, your perineum, all the way up through your spine to the top of your head, extending energy out through the tips of your fingers. And exhale, release, sweep your arms down. And find stillness. And Kundalini Yoga is really a yoga of experience. So we take pauses in between the asanas, in between the movements, in between the breaths, so that we can bring ourselves to that awareness, to that space of awareness, and feel where things are happening or how things are happening, and just check in with ourselves. And let's go ahead and bring ourselves up to standing. Our warm-ups are going to be standing today. We're going to change it up a little bit. So we're going to start with a standing cat-cow. So you're going to bend forward and bring your hands either to rest on your thighs, behind your knees, or even behind your calves. So really what's comfortable for you. For me, it feels best, like most solid, to just really press my hands into my thighs. A slight bend to your knees. We're going to inhale, drop our belly, lift your chin, lift your tail. Then exhale, round your spine. And move with your breath here. Taking it nice and slowly to start. And just feel how this might be a different experience from when we do it on all fours on the floor. Feel your feet really pressing into the floor so you have a very firm foundation where your feet are meeting the floor and where your hands are meeting your thighs. Maybe on your inhale, you feel like you can actually really open the chest more than when the hands are pressing into the earth. Maybe get a little more length from your low back or your neck. If this feels good for you, you can start to pick up the pace. Moving with your breath, just a few more. Inhale to a flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Pedal out the feet. Moving the right foot, then the left foot, bending the right knee, then the left knee. And stay with your breath. Let the legs fall to stillness and take hold of opposite elbow with opposite hand and sway left to right. Let your neck sway left to right as well. Really loosening up the spine all the way up through the neck. Let your head be heavy. Good. Release the arms down, come back to center, and start to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Bring your hands to your hips when you get up. No rush. Yeah, good. Bring the hands to the hips. Look down and adjust your feet if you need to so they're about hips width distance apart. And start to do our Sufi grinds that we're normally doing seated, but we're doing them standing. So you're really rotating the entire torso out around to the front, big circle, then to the back. And move with your breath. So inhale as your torso comes around to the front. Exhale as it comes back. And you can test your balance and see if you can do this with your eyes closed down. And switch directions, reversing your direction, but staying with the breath. Really deep inhale as you come around to the front. Exhale as you come around to the back. Our practice today is for a calm and steady mind. And so we're using our bodies. We're doing a Kriya today to relax the body and release fear so that we can set our bodies up into a safe space, a really nice, safe foundation for ourselves to then get into our brain, our head brain, and do some resetting, some rewiring there. Inhale up to center. Sweep your arms up. Take a little back bend at the top. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Rise all the way up, stand really tall. Shine your heart up to the ceiling with your back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Hands come to shins to support yourself. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands down in the floor in front of you and start to walk your feet back. Walking back, coming into a plank pose. Then our knees come to the floor and press back into child's pose. Take your arms out nice and far in front of you if your shoulders can handle that. Next, exhale, open your mouth and exhale out your mouth. Inhale, open up. Coming up to sitting. Exhale out an open mouth. And come into cross-legged. And we're going to bring our hands into fists in front of us like we're holding onto a steering wheel. So take hold of your imaginary steering wheel in front of you. And then we're going to do our twists. So inhale left, exhale right. Inhaling left, exhaling right. When I did this morning, I always do the Kriya first so that in the morning, so I'm prepared for a class. I got so many nice pops in my back. It was awesome. And I'm really noticing the difference if you do this as a regular practice with me every week. A lot of times we do this with our hands up on our shoulders. And this feels a lot different to me to have my arms like this. It gives a different mobility to it. So we're inhaling left, exhaling right. And this also, you probably hear me mention, is a detox. So it's working internally, wringing out our kidney, our liver, our spleen. And the kidneys are where we store fear and anger. And so this is a good one to do to help us release those things that we might be unintentionally storing inside ourselves. Inhale, center. Hold your hands, hold the posture, suspend your breath, and make really tight fists. Sip in a little more prana, life force energy. Suspend your breath, really tight fists. And exhale, release. And find stillness for a moment so we can absorb on a cellular level. Okay, bring our hands up into that same posture that we had for our breath of fire. But this time we're just going to be opening and closing the hands as fast as we can. Long, deep breathing. So your arms are extended in a wide V and opening and closing the hands. And this one can get really challenging and really tight in the forearms. So use your breath to really breathe through it. And you can play with the pace. And you can slow it down and really extend the fingers out wide, shining the fingers out. I think this one might be more challenging. I'd be so curious if we had a way to track than when they were doing this hundreds of years ago in the caves, or even when Yogi Bhajan was doing it in the 70s, because we do so much on our phones and our computers and keyboards and like these tiny movements. It hurts. We're all going to have Popeye forearms after this. I feel like my forearms are just expanding. Yeah, give the hands a shake. Shake it, move that energy. That's really what we're doing, is moving the energy. Okay, let's bring it back for the rest. I just wanted to give us a little halftime break. Ooh. Stay with your breath, close your eyes down, and really just do your best. It's funny, sometimes the simplest things can prove to be the most challenging. But part of what we're practicing in yoga is how we get through resistance, how we show up for ourselves in challenging situations. If this is really brutal and really causing you physical harm, then please don't continue. But otherwise, use your breath and go into yourself and see how you can get through this next 30 seconds. You can cuss if you need to. That is a coping mechanism. Scream, let it out. Breathe, smile. That's a good one. We can trick our brains. This is so amazing. I love this so much. This is so great. I do feel like it's getting a little easier though. Inhale, extend your arms straight out, fingertips shining straight out. And exhale, release. Shake it out. Woo! Yeah, good job. Whew. And finding stillness. This mantra that's playing right now is about the undying spirit, our undying selves, our infinite self. Okay, bring your hands up Bend your elbows and make your hands into fists and tuck your thumbs inside your fists. So again, getting those egos out of the way. Let me just look at the breath on this one. Yes, okay, so we inhale as our hands are tight in by our shoulders, and then exhale as you punch out to your sides. Do you have, okay. You can punch those pillows out of the way if you want to, it might be fun. Inhale as you bend your elbows, bringing the hands in towards the shoulders. Exhale as you punch it out. Eyes are closed down. Gaze is focused inside at the third eye point. And this is our Kriya to release fear, to relax and release fear. You might remember from last week that anytime we're working with the arms, it's an extension of the heart. And so this asana is helping us to release fear that we might be storing around the heart space. Maybe there's some fear of, I don't know, you can ask yourself if there is any, and if there's not, your arm muscles will just look amazing at the end. So there's lots of benefits. And we're different every week. A fear that's coming up for me right now wasn't present last week. So it's beautiful to practice Kundalini Yoga on a regular basis so that we can be with ourselves and be present in each moment of our evolution. Speed up the pace for the final seconds. Use your breath. You're doing so good. You're awesome. I love it. Inhale, extend the arms out. Exhale, bring them into the tiny fists by your elbows. And release it all. And find your stillness. Bring your forearms straight out in front of you, parallel with the floor. And let's first just give our wrists a little stretch. So pulling one hand back. Then switching sides. Did anyone notice I got a new forearm tattoo? I'm like so in love with it. I keep staring at it. And release. That's good. It looks like it's always been there. It's an Egyptian sun. And so we're going to bring our hands back into the forearms, or into the fists, sorry. Our hands back into the fists, tucking the thumb inside. And we're making circles, wrist circles. Good. And long, deep breathing. And release the hands down, finding stillness. Okay, we're going to make our way into a squatting position. So move your bolster, props if you have any in the way. And set yourself up so that you can get down into your squat. And everyone's bodies do this differently, especially in our Western culture. Okay. You can do the standing part. We're moving from a squat to the standing. So. Yeah, cat. Awesome. Okay, so let's see how we're going to do this next part. So it looks like this. We're in our squat and we're bringing our arms up into fists by our arms and then coming up to stand. Awesome. And then we're squatting. So do your best. Yeah, I love it. So good. That's awesome. And move with your breath.
I should cry.
Oh, you can. You're amazing. Our bodies are so amazing. And move at the pace that feels just right for you with your breath. This is our Kriya to release fear and relax. So we'll get to the relaxing part, I promise. Very nice. Doing your best. Meeting yourself exactly where you're at today. In all fairness, I do morning workouts that have a lot of squats in them, so. Oh, you're doing so good, so good. We're almost at the end of this. And your breath sounds beautiful. The breath being the most important part. So good. Inhale, stand up. Keep the hands in tight fists, suspend your breath. And exhale, release it all. Finding stillness. Yes. Yeah. Really slowly, gently make your way back down to your mat. And come into a comfortable seated position. And just allow your hands to fall wherever they're going to rest comfortably. We're going to do Sitali Pranayam. So that's a breath-based meditation with our tongues. So this is a genetic thing. Not everyone's tongues do this. If you can, you're going to round your tongue for your inhale. If not, your mouth is a round O. And then exhale through the nose. Closing the eyes down. This breath is a very soothing, calming breath. Make your breath long and heavy. Beautiful, really slow and steady. Inhaling through a rounded tongue or a rounded mouth, and exhaling through the nose. Your breath is long and deep and heavy. And bring your breath to stillness. Return to normal breathing. And this next part is where it gets really fun. I love this part. Find your stillness. And from here, we're going to go into a seated dance party. So you're staying seated and your eyes stay closed, but you're going to start moving your torso and your arms and your head and your neck to the music. And keep your eyes closed and just really allow yourself to feel free and move your body. And swaying your body all around, left to right, forward, back. Maybe bring a little smile to your face. Let your hands move, your wrists. When I was in India, my friend Ravi Preet and I were dancing like this in every taxi because this is the music they're playing in the taxis. It's so fun. So this is just a fun, playful way to release. Yeah, good. Release anything that's in your shoulders, your throat. The arms are the extension of the heart. Okay, final few seconds. Yay! And finding stillness for a moment. Let's make our way to child's pose for this stillness, actually.
Sorry.
Bring your forehead to the floor. If your forehead doesn't comfortably reach the floor, stack your hands into little fists. Letting your body settle and release. And next inhale, slowly rise up to seated. We're going to be sitting on our knees. Take your time coming up. And bring your hands to your thighs. Whoa, sorry. And we inhale in this upright position. And then exhale, and we're folding down towards the earth, bowing forward over our legs. And then inhale, bringing it back up. And you can do this from cross-legged if that makes it easier for you. And just doing, really the most important thing is the breath. And you can visualize this in your mind too. It's coming into a prayerful space and bowing yourself. So you can even do it seated just with your head. And moving with your breath. And if you're doing this online right now, you're doing it with the Wahe crew, and this mantra is Wahe. Wahe Guru. Wahe means wow, wondrous, like, oh wow, Wahe. Let yourself go into a place of deep devotion with your breath, devotion to yourself, to this gift of life, to the guru within you. We're living in a time that we don't need validation. We don't need initiation. We can have self-initiation with our own gifts and our own intuition. And this is your time to have devotion to yourself, to your God, your connection with Spirit, the infinite. And finishing up, come back to child's pose or just finding stillness where you are. Knees can spread out wide in your child's pose. Arms can be out front or in back. In the most beautiful, graceful way that you can, make your way over to lying on your back. Taking your time to get there. Come lying down in your Shavasana. And totally releasing here. Allowing yourself to fully surrender and release. And allow the waves of the gong to just wash over you here. The frequency of the gong is really about releasing and clearing. Let your entire body just grow heavy. Arms and legs are heavy. Your shoulders and your hips are melting, releasing into the floor, into the earth beneath you. Any fear that's maybe been stored in the back of the heart or in the kidneys is releasing. Releasing into the floor, releasing into the earth behind you. Leaving that in the past. Apsai hoa, Sajada Sajadoa, Har, 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 Apsai hoa, Sajada Sajadoa, Har, 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 Har. Start to bring a little movement into your body now. In whatever way feels natural and right for you, just starting to bring little intentional energy and movement back into your body, bringing your awareness back slowly. Into this beautiful space you've created, the clear, open, flowing space that you've created. And when you're ready, make your way up to seated. We'll meet in seated for the final part of our practice today. Taking your time to arrive, but see if you can hold on to that space of the Shavasana, that liminal space, that half dreaming, half awake space. And if you need to get your meditation cushion or anything to be able to sit on, we're going to do a mantra now called Kirtan Kriya. And this is said to be one of the more powerful meditations or mantras in Kundalini Yoga. And it is given a lot to different people to work with different, it's like repatterning of the brain is the best way that I could say it broadly. And so it's great for addictions. It's great for resetting our headspace, because what it does is we're going to use our hands. And it looks like this. So the fingers are going to come together. You guys can see me, you girls can see me in here, so I'm going to do it on the camera. We're going to start with connecting the tip of the thumb with first the pointer finger, then the middle finger, then the ring finger, then the pinky finger. And we're going to do this as we're chanting. And the best analogy I've ever heard, so I use this one, is that our fingertips, our hands are the keyboard for the computer, which is our brain. And so this is how we're sending the signals to the brain, to the headspace, to rewire. And each finger has a different meaning. We talked about this in class last week a little bit, our in-person class. And the mantra is Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Beautiful. And I'll play a mantra. The other thing that's going to happen during this, so we're sitting with our eyes closed, our gaze focused internally at the third eye point. And first we start chanting out loud. That's the voice that we use to communicate with others. And then we bring it down to a whisper. And the whisper is our voice of endearment, like if you're tucking a child into bed or you're with a lover and you're whispering. And then we take it silent and we keep chanting, and that's our internal voice. And so, we always have that internal voice running, and that's a way to then connect with that internal voice and give it focus and reset it and rewire some of those grooves that we've carved very deeply in our brain. And then we bring it back to a whisper, and then we bring it back to out loud. Nama Sata Nama Sata Nama Sata Nama Sata Nama Sata Nama Sata Nama Satanama, 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 and you can keep your hands where they are, or you can rest them on your knees as well. Just keep the mudra going with the hands. Now chanting silently, mentally inside yourself. Using your inside voice. keep the mantra going. Let yourself focus on the mantra, focus on the mudras with your hands. We're also working deep in the subconscious with this meditation. Releasing subconscious patterning. Bring it back to the whisper. Beautiful final round. Nama Sata Nama Sata Nama Sata Nama Sata Nama Sata Nama Sata Nama Satanama, 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 Satanama. Inhale deeply. Extend your arms straight out overhead. Spread your fingertips out wide. Suspend your breath. Engage Mula Bandha. Lift and lengthen through your entire spine. Keep the hands where they are. Powerful exhale through the mouth. One more deep inhale. Suspend your breath. Lift from the top of your head. Your spine is a pillar of light. You are a being of light. You are extending out rays of radiance. And exhale, sweeping your arms down by your sides. Thank you so much for doing this practice with me. It's so much better to do it in the group energy. It's so good. Let's bring our hands together. Rub our palms together one more time. Bring your hands together in front of heart center. And we'll seal this practice, this sacred practice, with a long sat and a short nam. Truth is my name. Let's inhale together. Sat Nam. Waheguru. Yay.
There used to be an album I used to listen to all the time, and I think the name of it was Truth, but that song Truth is my name. That she sang it in English, and then would do it. I can see it, but I don't know whatever happened to that CD, but it was great.
I wonder if we could find it on Spotify.
Maybe.
Yeah. All right, yogis at home, out in the world, thanks for being here. See you next week.
How many people do you have?